Hey guys, Rachel here with Skill Builders blog, working to help you create the programs that parents want to buy. So let's talk about how to use Toddler Playtime as a taste and see event to boost your preschool enrollment. We're talking about more new families, young families, so they have a whole lifetime to become loyal fans and customers for you. So let's talk about it. Start using a toddler playtime to funnel new students into your preschool gymnastics program, because it can sometimes be hard with the little ones to get them to commit to classes on a regular basis because moms are busy. Lots of times there are babies in tow. It can be hard to get places on time, right? And so that's just kind of it's a tough place for moms to be when they have children, especially multiple children in that age group. So we are going to use a drop-in event. So it's low commitment, but still an opportunity for you to get those new families in the door. So here are 4 industry-tested tips for creating a profitable, fun, safe, effective enrollment generating toddler event. Number 1, accommodate those multiple ages. So the goal here is to attract new families with small children. That means that you have to meet the customer where they are. Think mom with a toddler and a baby. Toddler time must meet the needs of the parent first. After all, that is who is making the buying decision here. So the suggested age group in the text to go along with that. Walking toddlers through age 4, no charge for additional siblings less than 9 months of age. So here's a little note on that. So I have tried a variety of advertising age groups for this activity, and this particular verbiage, this particular description was the best at attracting our target market. Also, for the sake of convenience, keep that start time loose. For example, make it drop in from 10 to 12 or 10 to 11:30. Don't make the parents feel like they are late if their toddler doesn't wake up from a morning nap until 10:15. So I have a confession. We actually kept the doors locked until 10 a.m. So there was no coming in at 9:30 and spending 30 minutes kind of, hanging out in the waiting area. So it was from 10 to 12. And I mean, we unlocked the door at 10. So that's just a thought. If you want to, keep that start time loose, but then not have the issue of people really showing up when your staff is not prepared for them yet. So you want to be loose, but you also want it to work for you and your staff. So I just thought I'd throw that option out there for you. So you don't want them to feel like they've missed out if they're late, or they're in trouble if they're late, nor should they feel obligated to stay until the end. If the toddler starts heading into meltdown mode at 11:30, then by all means, go ahead and go. There's no need to stay until 12. So here in the middle of the blog post, if you guys scroll down, if you're reading as you are listening, I wanted to point something out. So right here in the middle of the blog post, or before number 2, before we go on to number 2, is an opportunity for you to get this Facebook post graphic already done for you, customizable or brandable, maybe I should say, in a Canva template, so that all you have to do when you get your email link to that template is click on it, open it, and you can download it, stick your logo on it. You are good to go. In like 3 minutes, you've got a Facebook post text, because I've got suggested text in the email that you're going to receive as well. In 3 minutes, you're going to have your first Facebook advertisement ready to go, your first social media post ready to go out of the gate in 3 minutes to let people know that you guys are starting toddler playtime. I love things that save time, and this is it. All you have to do after number 1, before we get to number 2 in the blog post, add your first name, your email address, hit the subscribe button, and that's going to give me permission to send you the email, and you're going to get an email with the link to this graphic, and you will be good to go. All right, so let's move on to number 2. Keep it loosely structured. If there are 0 rules with no structure, you're going to create 3 problems for yourself. I don't like problems. I'd rather prevent them. So let's do that. First, there will be safety issues, of course. Second, you won't be able to show off your staff's incredible teaching skills amidst the chaos. Remember, we want these young families to become lifelong fans of our program. We don't want their one-time small fee for the event. I mean, we want the one-time small fee. We don't want it to stop there, though, right? We want them to become returning customers and lifelong members of our gym. Third, your customers won't see the value in your event if there is not some structure. So they'll struggle to justify paying to come to a gym when they can go to a park for free. So too much structure, on the other hand, sucks the fun out of the event for the parent. It becomes too much work to keep their little one on task, arrive on time, and make it until the end. So I have here 3 guidelines for creating the perfect amount of structure. And the first guideline is to prepare. Safety check your gym, disallowing accidental access to dangerous equipment. For example, I like to put large pool noodles around high bars and use permanent markers to write no across the length of them. Have simple rule signage available and briefly run through them with each parent as they enter the gym area. So, truth bomb, the parents are more likely to create safety issues than the children. And I am telling you, good preparation prevents those problems before they happen. Everybody can relax, have fun, and it will be enjoyable for the instructor, the kids, and the parents. Now, the second guideline for getting that just right amount of structure: use manipulatives. Hoops, cones, beanbags, balls, poly spots, bubbles, carpet squares quickly become learning opportunities. Also, float between structured activities. So let's say you've got a 10-minute activity that is optional but structured. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Allow the kids to follow their own interests between those activities while the instructor moves or floats from station to station. And so that way the kids, whatever they're focused on, leave them there. They're happy, no need to poke a bear. So leave them there and have the instructor get accustomed to that process of, oh, okay, so Johnny's on a cheese mat. Hey, Johnny, would you like for me to show you a crayon roll or log roll down the cheese mat? So that's just an example of floating. Now let's look at an example of a lesson outline that uses manipulatives while focusing on just the right amount of structure. So 10:30 a.m. instructor announces, good morning, friends. I'm going to make a cone garden here in the center of our play area. You are welcome to come pick them up, wear them as a hat, stack them, share them, enjoy the different colors, explore the different sizes, and see if you can find bean bags hiding underneath them. If you don't want to join me now, that's okay too. In this activity, anticipate interest from the children that wanes after just a few minutes. This is to be expected. Allow the children to follow their own interests. So you're going to end up doing an optional structured activity for, I don't know, say 8 to 10 minutes, depending on the kids and what they are really feeling on that morning. So then minutes pass, you did free play. And then at 11 a.m., cue up a simple beanbag song. The instructor announces, I'm getting ready to shake my beanbag and dance with the beanbag song. I would love for you to come borrow your own beanbag and enjoy the song with me. If you don't want to join me, that's okay too. Many children will participate. Some will not. If the group is interested in continuing to play with beanbags, show them how to pat it into a pancake, hide it behind their back, toss it, etc. And after that 8 to 10 minute activity, they're going to go back to their playtime, their free play, their exploration. At 11:30, use carpet squares to create a hopscotch board. The instructor announces, look, friends, we can play hopscotch. You are invited to come jump with me. If you'd rather continue exploring where you are, that's okay too. 11:50, the instructor announces we have 10 more minutes of playtime left. I'm getting my hand stamp ready. If you'd like one when you leave, please let me know. And I know that for some people, they are reducing contact, so hand stamps are not currently as popular, but it could be a sticker, a hand stamp, whatever you guys choose. However you want to kind of demonstrate or signal the end of the event. I like to have a signal. Little kids are really really good with cues. Any kind of cue is a really good way to kind of get them to understand what's going on around them, reduce their stress, and also make them more cooperative. All right, 12 o'clock. So the event's coming to an end. By now, a lot of people had already left. And again, that is okay. But let's say the event is coming to an end. So the instructor announces, "Oh, my tummy is getting so rumbly. It must be close to lunchtime. I'd love to give you a stamp before you go. Who is ready for a stamp?" You guessed it. This is my polite way to conclude the event and empty the gym. So let's move on to number 3, finding the right price. The right price for your market and the right price for my market are probably not going to be the same. I'd like to share a few observations regarding that. So, families who have access to free outdoor play areas with good weather are less likely to pay for indoor play experiences. So, you may have to charge less to get them in the door. Also, you need to create a goal in order to find the right price. If your goal is to use this event as a funnel for your preschool program, a taste and see, like introductory type experience where the profit margin is not so much generated by that event, but in the class that they eventually enroll in, which may be, hopefully 20%, maybe it's 10%, maybe it's 30%, whatever your target profit percentage is for your classes. Just keep in mind that if your goal is to use this event as a funnel, then you'll want to use a low cost, high volume strategy for your drop in event. So the more new faces to come taste and see, the better. If your goal is to create a profitable standalone event, you'll want a higher price point, of course. So pay per visit activities like Toddler Time offer great flexibility for running specials. So preschool enrollment, is it down? Share a special code for $2 off your next Toddler Time with a local moms group. I like for Toddler Time because they can be a little unpredictable as far as how many are coming. Um, I like to when I do a special offer for Toddler Playtime, I like to offer it to a different moms group like that offer. I like to shoot a message. Hey, we have some spaces available. We want to do a special offer. I chose your group. And then that way that person who's in charge of that group can disseminate the message for you and you reach more people, but you can't blanket more than one group at a time unless the groups are just really small, because the next thing you know, you've got more people than what you can handle in one event. And that's not really a good first impression either. So, number 4, don't take money out of one pocket and put it in another. I'll explain. If you offer morning classes for children ages 4 and under, then you add a weekly pay per visit toddler playtime, you risk having your current class students drop out to do playtime instead. This is not a good situation unless your classes are full, you've got that 20% profit margin that you want, and your playtime is managing the overflow while also producing a healthy profit margin as well. But if you find your playtime and your classes are competing with one another for the same attendees, drop playtime to just the first Friday morning of each month, for example. Parents who want to come every week will choose your class. And those new parents who are looking for a taste and see will choose playtime. So do choose a consistent day and week of the month. And of course, remember to send out email reminders to the families on your list who have toddlers in that age group so that you're helping those moms out. You're reminding them that it is the week for toddler playtime. All right, guys, best of luck getting those little people into those awesome preschool classes. All right, love you guys. Thanks so much, and I will see you next time.